Hey there, today I'm going to try and make sure that Killmonger doesn't get away with any Vibranium as I play the new Vibranium Heist Organized Play Kit. My name is Nate, and welcome to the Gamers Guild. Alright, so I am super excited because I finally get to play the Organized Play Kit that we were expecting all the way back in March at Adepticon. And finally the world has gotten back to a place where we can enjoy this style of game again. So today I am playing the Defender as my friend Will takes the role of the attacker, with Killmonger trying to steal some Vibranium from the shipping crates the Avengers have secured it in. This creates a great narrative for the game because unlike your typical game of Marvel Crisis Protocol, Vibranium Heist is an asymmetrical mission, which is just a fancy way of saying that the players will have different objectives, similar to the Ultimate Encounters. For the Vibranium Heist, this entails choosing an attacker and a defender. The attacker creates a 17-threat team that can include a mission-specific version of Killmonger with a unique leadership ability that doesn't require any certain character to obtain. Then the defending team gets 22 threat worth of characters, but must obey the normal rules for squad building, except that they can always have the Wakanda affiliation if they so choose. Each team will also get their choice of 5 team tactic cards, and since the new banned and restricted list is out, Will and I will be following it for this game. You'll hear about our teams in just a bit, but I think it will be helpful to know the mission first so you can maybe better understand why we chose our teams the way we did. As you can see here, there are 3 new specific tokens that are placed on the board. Near the attacker side of the board is the exit that Will needs to get the Vibranium to if he manages to get a character there and interact with it. This will be the way for him to obtain either a minor or major victory if he's able to get both of the Vibranium back there. In the middle of the board are the security consoles. The attacker can interact with them to add disruption tokens until there are 3 tokens on that console. Then for each token added, they have to roll a die, and if 1 or more failures are rolled, the defender can sound the alarm, which is never a good thing for someone trying to break into a vault. Additionally, the defending player can interact with the security consoles. If there are any disruption tokens on it, I will get to roll 3 dice, and for each hit, crit, and wild, I can remove a disruption token, and if I clear them all, I get to sound the alarm. If there weren't any disruption tokens on there to begin with, I can just sound the alarm anyway. And now that I have mentioned it 3 times, let's talk about the 3 things that the defenders can do when the alarm is raised. The first option is patrol, where I can then place one of my undeployed characters within range 2 of a side of the battlefield as reinforcements. Option number 2 is activating the suppression protocols. Any of the attacker's characters that are within range 2 of a vault suffer the slow and stunned special condition. And finally, the third option is automated defenses. You get to make 1 attack using the automated defenses attack profile. It is a 6 dice energy attack that can only do 1 damage, but on a wild you can push the target character short in any direction. While all of these options are nice, each can only be performed once per round, so it is important to use them at the right time. Then closest to me are the vaults. These are Will's ultimate objective, as that is where the Vibranium is, and once a vault is cracked, the token will flip into an asset token for him to move off the board. But to crack the vault, the attacker has to do some work. The attacker can remove up to 3 disruption tokens from any combinations of the different consoles. For each token removed, they will get to roll a die. The attacker can then add any matching results of a die to any one of the vault's open positions. Each vault is tracked separately and needs a combination of a crit, wild, and 2 hits to be able to open. Once that combination is met, the character that interacted with the vault last immediately flips the vault into Vibranium and picks it up. Then the defender may sound the alarm. A character holding the Vibranium cannot perform more than 1 move action per turn though, so Will is going to need to get creative with how to quickly escape with the Vibranium once he has it. And with that, let's see what he has brought to the table.
What's up everyone? So my name's Will with House Party Protocol, and my list today is centered around extra movement. So we have Killmonger, chosen of Tequila Luna. Yeah. And this is the encounter character, and he has Pounce just like regular Black Panther does. So I also brought Black Panther because I feel like the extra movement is going to be very important. Also, we've got Baron Zemo. Everyone knows Baron Zemo moves really fast. Then we have Miles Morales. He has a web line. He can move and then move again and then punch people. That sounds awesome. And then there's Shuri, because no squad is complete without a backup Shuri. First up for my tactics cards, I've got Extreme Conditioning. It's the new one that comes with Taskmaster and Punisher. And I brought this card because it allows you to immediately move long. I think that's probably a good thing, considering I need to get this Vibranium and get out fast. Then we've got Tactical Analysis, because again, moving. And then there's Med Pack, because we want to keep people alive, because they're probably going to take damage, because Nate's squad is insane. Then there's Disarm, because we need to slow down a Thor as best we can. And there's no better card in the game to do that than a Disarm. Lastly, we have Mission Objective, because I have a feeling one of my characters is going down. And maybe they can pass off a piece of Vibranium to a waiting Shuri or Miles or someone before they do with a mission objective.
Alright, so unlike Will, I have a lot of threat to work with, but only 10 threat worth gets to start on the table as a defender. So my starting lineup consists of Vision and Hawkeye, who were already on guard duty, and Ghost Spider, who was nearby and heard a commotion and has come to see what is going on. Then my reinforcements consist of Thor, Valkyrie, and Captain America. One of the really nice things for the defending side is that characters off of the table will still gain power during the power phase. And I still get to benefit from the leadership ability from a character not on the board as long as I meet the requirements for that affiliation. For my tactic cards, I've brought Field Dressing, Med Pack, Advanced R&D, Battle Lust, and Trip Up. I want to make sure my team is able to have some flexibility as far as power and healing goes, since my team will likely be split up between the two vaults. Then I brought Battle Lust and Trip Up as ways to have some additional control elements over my opponent, because I think being able to stagger or push an enemy character at the right moment might be enough to make sure no one escapes with Vibranium. Taking a quick look at the board, all of the potted plants will be size 1, the cars and dumpsters size 2, the newsstands and tree will be size 3, and the middle shipping container will be size 4. The ones with the vault tokens on them will also be size 4, but are going to be considered uninteractable terrain. We're considering them uninteractable because it would make a lot of sense for Thor to throw what we are trying to protect right to the enemy. So with all the explaining done, let's get into deployment and the game. So the attacker has to set up all of their models first. So we've got Killmonger and Shuri coming up the right side flank, Panther in the middle, and then Zemo and Miles over there on the side. So my counter deployment over here is I've got Gwen on this flank because she just kind of happened to swing by and see that there was trouble going on. And then Hawkeye and Vision were already on patrol and holding down the area and sees that there's a ruckus, so hopefully we'll get some friendly reinforcements here in just a moment. But now we get to go into round 1, and Will has that sweet, sweet priority.
For the whole game. All right, Miles. Whoops. Climb up this building. Right there, at the end of the flag, because America. And then we're going to place him just to the right of that. About right there. I think that looks good, right?
Yep.
And then we will try to put put 3 disruption tokens on there.
Yep, that happens automatically.
Interact. And then we will roll 3 dice. And of course,
not the skull.
Sound the alarm, Nate.
So I get to sound the alarm, which means, as a reminder, I will either get to have somebody come on the board, I will get to activate the suppression protocols, or use the automated defense. So give me 1 second, because I've got some thinking to do. Alright, so after looking over my options, I've decided to go for the automated defenses. I can only use it once, but I think getting a push on Miles here to make sure he can't resupply later seems like a decent reason to do this. So Going to go ahead and roll 6 dice energy. Miles will get to roll his defense dice. This at most can deal 1 damage. But more importantly, and I did get the wild that I was looking for.
No!
For the push effect. So, do you take 1 damage? I got 2 successes. Looks like you got your 2 blocks. So no damage, but I do get to push Miles in any direction. Short. So we're just going to...
He wants to come say hey to Gwen.
Yep. We're going to go ahead and pull him in just a little bit. And I guess that's Miles' activation over?
Yeah, that's all he can do.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go with Gwen. She's got that sweet, sweet long movement. Go ahead and put her up there. And then she's just going to do her basic spider technique. It's only 4 dice, but hopefully get a decent punch off on Miles. Not really. Did get a crit. So 2 whole successes.
All right, come on, Miles. Spider sense is tingling.
And enough to block,
yes.
So nothing else happens. However, she does get a second movement because of how spider technique works. We're just going to end up within 1 of the objective on this other side. And we will interact with it with her 1 power. And we will then roll 3 dice for each crit, hit, or wild. We'll remove, so we're going to remove 2 of your annoying tokens.
I don't like that.
And that is Gwen done.
So now I'm going to go with Black Panther. He really wants to get this Vibranium, so he's just going to move long with his good friend Captain America's movement tool here. Going to move to there. Not quite enough to get to the Vibranium, or to the console, but he's going to move, got plenty of movement, up on top of the Jeep. And then he's going to place 3 disruption tokens there. And then roll
3 more
3 dice. And probably sound the alarm. He hears some thunder.
And once again, the alarm is sounded. So we'll come back to start of my turn, because I'm guessing that's all Black Panther is doing this round.
That's all he can do.
And we'll see what I have decided to deal out this time. Alright, well, Will did say Black Panther heard the thunder when the alarm sounded, so sure enough, out of Avengers Tower, Thor is going to join the fray, doing the patrol activation, because suppression protocols just doesn't really make a lot of sense right now. However, we're going to go with Hawkeye, and even though Captain America is not on the board, he still gets to apply his leadership ability. So Hawkeye is going to hook arrow across the shipping containers, making sure that he gets within range 3 of Mr. Miles, and also within 2 of him.
I don't like this.
And we're going to go ahead and throw a arrow shot into him. It doesn't really matter because Miles is 3 across the board. But 5 dice into Miles seems like a good thing. And indeed it is. Got a crit. So total of 3 successes, but I did get that sweet, sweet wild.
Unfortunately. Spider sense is tingling.
Yep.
I will always say that, just so you know.
And it seems to be working for you. You only take 1 damage.
Awesome.
But Miles is also going to be, I think, poisoned.
Poisoned?
Onto him. And then Hawkeye gets yet another action, so we'll put another arrow shot. We'll call this one energy for kicks and giggles. Into Miles. Just 1. Not a...
Come on, Miles.
Yeah, he's fine.
All we needed.
Alright, and that'll be Hawkeye done.
Alright, so Zemo's going to activate. He sees an opportunity to steal some Vibranium quickly, maybe try to get out of here fast. So he's going to just move there, move again to just within range 1 of L Vault.
Absolutely.
And then we are going to interact with a vault.
Doesn't cost a power because of Killmonger's unique leadership.
Exactly.
You do have to spend 3 of your tokens. Where are you going to pull them from?
I'm going to pull 2 from here and 1 from here. And I'm going to roll 3 dice. Come on, something good. And I get to re-roll 1 because of hand-picked team, again, Killmonger's leadership.
Yep.
So I'm going to re-roll this wild. Let's go another hit or a crit. But, of course not.
Right. So you did get 1 hit on vault number 1 and 1 wild for vault number 1. So that is halfway to being cracked. And I believe that is Zemo now done.
That is going to be a Zemo.
Alright, so going to go with Thor. I'm going to go ahead and move him once. And then once again, because Cap's handy leadership, while he is not on the board himself, he is close enough to be a friend. So we will yell for Asgard.
You didn't do it right.
As we charge into Black Panther. So we're going to roll 6 dice physical into a extremely tough Black Panther. Did get a couple crits. Not much came of them, so 3 successes. Did get that sweet, sweet wild.
You didn't do it right. It's for Asgard! That's every time, Nate. Come on.
Alright, blocking 2. So I will get 1 damage in, which is very nice for the Prince. And we also got that sweet, sweet throw away. And I think Panther's going to take another point of damage when he breaks that poor potted plant.
What did that plant ever do to you?
Thor will then spend his lone power to interact with the console, just needing 1, and we can get our last of the defense protocols activated. Got it. So now we get to activate the suppression protocols, which means everybody within range 2, or enemy characters at least, are going to get both slowed and stunned.
Alright, so now we're going to activate Killmonger, and he is just going to run up here, right there, and then another run over to there. He's going to just be here, though, so we can maybe benefit from that cover.
Absolutely.
I think that looks good. Yep. And then he's going to apply 3 suppression protocol, or suppression tokens, disruption tokens.
Whatever they're called.
The thing with the stuff. And roll 3
you
dice.
Can roll. It's not going to matter because I've already activated them all. Of course, when it doesn't even matter.
Of course.
All right, and that is then Killmonger done.
Yep.
All right, so Vision is going to fly up, and then likewise, wants a little bit of cover. Maybe stays out of range of Shuri shenanigans, and we're going to spend a power, his only power, to roll 3 dice and see what we can remove. Just 1, so not a super great roll there.
Dodge that bullet.
Keeps him from instantly going for a vault on his next turn, and that'll be Vision done.
So now Shuri is going to climb up on this great piece of Gamers Guild Daily Bugle terrain here. Just to the edge right there. She's hanging out, trying to get a little cover. And she is now within range 5 of a Vision.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, did have to spend that power. He's not going to be able to phase, so he doesn't get pushed. It is what it is.
All right, Shuri, do work. And let me add my crit because it's so important on a Shuri roll.
Yep, try to get that skull. Oh. No skull was got my 5 energy dice for Vision. And yeah, that went well. Alright, so Vision takes his 1 point of damage. That is almost inevitable with Shuri. And gets pushed back because I didn't have that power.
Sweet. So Zemo is going to be my first activation of round 2, and he really doesn't like that Gwen's kind of hanging out by this console, so he's going to move short because slow, and he's just going to go...
Spending 2 power to charge?
Spending 2 power to charge.
Makes sense.
And he's just going to go, after a lot of bumping and grinding...
Yep, still slowed, still stunned.
Still slow. He doesn't need to go all the way. He just wants to get close enough to hit Gwen and then maybe go back to that vault. So we're going to roll a 5 dice sword strike.
Absolutely.
Physical. And that seems
roll.
good.
3, you got your reroll?
I do have my strategic genius.
Worked out for you.
Hi-oh,
So
4
hits, so Gwen
with the
needs to
bleed.
roll. Super nice. She doesn't. She will take a whopping 4 damage. Zemo only gets 1 power, though, because the stun condition is a really fun thing.
No, it's not.
Super fun. And Zemo has that extra action left over. What does he want to do with it?
He does. So first thing he's going to do before we do anything else is interact with the console to place 3 disruption tokens on it.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to roll our 3 dice.
Show me a skull.
Hey!
How about multiple skulls?
You're welcome.
I think there is a good friend coming in on that side of the board here in just a moment. And I guess I need to go ahead and do that before Zemo does anything else.
Yep.
So, I think Valkyrie will get to make her appearance over here.
Yeah, of course. Right as I'm about to take out Gwen, hopefully,
What?
Valkyrie comes in for backup. So Zemo, after swinging that sword so well on Gwen, thinks that another sword strike is in order.
Seems reasonable, unfortunately.
So he's going to roll 5 dice physical again and see if we can get that 1 damage through.
Got a crit.
Let me get that crit real fast. And then Strategic Genius.
So just 2. Gwen, you got a chance.
She wants to live!
Oh my goodness. A couple crits and a wild. Yeah, she's okay with that. Gwen is alive, and that is Zemo 2 actions, interacted, done everything I think he can.
Unfortunately.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Valkyrie. She just came onto the board. Gwen is in a vulnerable state, but Miles isn't also really in a state to do very much. So Valkyrie's just going to charge over here, say hello to Baron Zemo, and we're going to play Battle Lust while charging, giving her an extra 2 dice, and if the attack deals damage, I get to push him away short off of that objective. So hopefully with 7 dice into 3, something will go my way.
Somewhere out there.
And it does. There's a 3 crits. With
Oh my
more.
God.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sir.
All right, let me get these 3 crits real quick, and then and then I'll get some more.
We'll find out what happens. Yep.
Somewhere out there, David Kirby is smiling and screaming at the screen, going, "See, I told you, best card ever."
You wanna reroll one of those?
Let me just hang on. Hey, I'm blocking
There we
2.
go. Look at that. That's 6.
Yes.
Unfortunately, though, I don't get the push effect because it's after the attack is resolved.
Well, guess what? He gone.
But I think that's 6 power onto Valkyrie.
Yeah, that would be 5. He had 5 health.
Oh, sorry, just 5.
Just
Even
5.
go with 6.
But guess what? That only gives Zemo 1.
Yep, that stun condition seems mighty handy. Alright, so I need to think about her second action now. Alright, second action, all that 5 power she just got, she's going to spend for a dragon thing with a warrior of legend going into Miles over here. And hopefully maybe just get a double daze out of this activation. So 7 dice. Decent. Did get a crit. And then because of the wild and the crit up top, I'll get to change 2 of these into hits.
Not cool.
For a grand total of, looks like a nice juicy 7 hits with a wild in case you lived through the first one.
Well, come on, Miles. You know you want to live, buddy. Spider sense tingling again, but I don't think it's going to save you this time. Oh, that one didn't want to live.
It didn't
Here we
matter.
go.
Hey,
Hey!
you got 2. You take 5.
Guess what? He's dazed. And he only gets 1 power from that.
Man, that stun condition coming in clutch. Alright, so that is Miles dazed. Valkyrie doesn't get any power from that one. She will spend her last power and see if we can take away some of the corruption going on. That console. We get 2 of it off.
Unfortunately.
So we will remove 2, and that is a very successful Valkyrie activation.
All right, so Black Panther's going to go. Unfortunately, he was staggered by a good 4 Asgard earlier, so shaking that stagger condition. Then he is going to just move along and interact with the vault.
Absolutely.
Just at range 1 there, outside of range 2 of Hawkeye.
Cool. We'll roll some dice.
And that'll be his activation. And we already have a wild and a hit over there.
Yep, you got another hit.
Got another
You
hit.
get a reroll.
Just need that crit, baby. Come on, crit. Ah, it's all right.
Not quite. So that does get you most of the way to that one being unlocked, though, which is really nice. And I'm guessing that is Panther done?
That is Black Panther done.
All right. Well, since everything has already happened on the other side of the board over there, Vision is definitely the character to go with. I'm going to go ahead and just move him on up. And thankfully, that also gives him a really nice lined up beam attack onto your 2 remaining characters. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to be 5 dice energy onto Killmonger. He does have some ridiculous defenses with his own Vibranium armor going on. We did get 3 hits, and I will sap a power from you, though.
All right, let's see what you can do, Mr. Killmonger. Blocking 2.
Good. Block 2, so you're going to take 1 damage.
All right.
And I will sap a power from you.
All right, so you take 1, I lose 1, but gain 1.
Yep. And then we will do this same thing onto Shuri. She definitely has some cover back there. It just is what it is. Only got a crit into a hit. So we got 2 successes. There's a chance of a damage plunking through. Yeah, 1 whole damage.
There you go, 1 whole damage.
All right. Vision is then going to go ahead and interact with the security console because there's nothing on there. It's instantly just going to go off. And I'm going to do the automated defenses. So this is the 6 dice attack. I'm going to do this into Killmonger. So it is 6 dice, maximum of 1 damage, but really just hoping for that wild. For the push,
oh no!
Did get a crit. No.
Yes.
All right, so chance of a damage still at least.
Killmonger rolls his 4 dice.
Yep, gets a counter blank still.
Yes.
He blocked it all. All right, so that may have been a little bit of a waste, but we want to get him both off that point and some more damage. Vision will spend 1, and we're just going to throw Killmonger medium back into the building and deal him 1 point of damage. And that will be Vision's activation over.
Now Shuri's going to go, and she doesn't like what Thor's doing, so she's just going to do a Panther Gauntlets into Thor.
He's just standing there. What is he?
Well, he's protecting that console, and she can't be having that. So she's going to send him over to where all the fun is.
Absolutely.
Hopefully. Well, there's no hopefully about it. It's happening. 6 dice energy into Thor. 3 hits. No skulls again.
He might actually block it. Using a little bit of cover, we're having 4 blocks. So no damage onto Thor. You do still get that oh so annoying push.
And it is away, so it's kind of basically like that.
Absolutely.
And there he goes. Get out of here, Thor. Nobody likes you. Except for everyone.
Alright, so Thor is pushed away, and Shuri's second action.
She is now going to move to this console. Looks like we can make it. Because we can't have any passive characters in this particular mission, it would look like. So she's going to try to set it up to where she can't be beamed again without some movement. I think that works.
Cool.
And then she's going to apply 3 disruption tokens to console number 3.
And if you do me the favor of rolling 3 dice.
I will do you that favor. Fingers crossed for no skulls. Hey, I got a skull. I get a power.
Look at that. I've only got 1 protocol left to activate, and that is, of course, the stun and slow.
Suppression protocols.
Yep, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide the ones from Zemo over to Black Panther, because there's no way you can field dressing over there or anything like that at this point.
Correct.
So, yeah, Black Panther is now stunned and slowed.
The 2 things he doesn't like.
Yep. All right, and that is Shuri done?
Done.
All right, so Hawkeye is going to spend a power to go ahead and hook arrow. There's not a lot for him to do on that side of the board. I think, unfortunately, I am just outside of range of Killmonger as it is, so I will use an action to move up just a little bit more, and then we will take a arrow shot into Killmonger. So we've got 5 dice. Energy or physical, it doesn't matter on this version of Killmonger. Did get 3 hits and that sweet, sweet wild.
That terrible, terrible wild.
Sweet, sweet wild. 1 block showing, 2 block showing. Cool.
2.
So you block 2, still take a point of damage, I believe.
That would be 1 point of damage.
And most importantly, though, The slow condition is what Hawkeye's going to apply onto Killmonger.
Nope.
Hawkeye does get an extra power. I've already activated all of the protocols this turn, so there's not really a lot of point in trying to do it right now. So that'll be Hawkeye done.
All right, so I'm going to go with my last activation now. I don't see any point in waiting. Killmonger is going to spend 2 power to play the all-important med pack, healing 3 damage from himself, back to full 7 health. Now he is going to just move 2 times. And say, hey to Shuri. What's up, Shuri? And then move again. Trying to be as far away from Thor as possible, while also still being within range 1 of that token.
Absolutely.
And then he's going to roll 3 dice, taking away these 3 disruption tokens.
Yep. First roll for vault number 2. Let's see what you can crack.
And I get to
got
re-roll.
a hit.
1. Come on, something else. Oh, of course not!
Just a singular hit for the moment. So, vault number 2 begins to crack, but isn't quite close yet.
Not really. And that is going to be Killmonger's activation.
Alright, Thor is going to turn around and move. Unfortunately, I think he's going to end up just shy, so we didn't for Asgard quite yet. And indeed he did. He will then spend his 2 power to do a for Asgard. We're going to just hop onto the other side of this container.
Of course
and say hi to Killmonger.
Hey.
It looked like you were trying to hide from me or something. So we'll throw those 6 dice into your extremely defensive 4 dice. Looking for the wild. And looking for damage. Only got 2 damage through, which is unfortunate. Did get the wild.
Unfortunately.
So a chance at the stagger. The chance does not matter. But I did get the wild, so we will throw Killmonger into Shuri.
Alright, Shuri will spend her nothing to roll that and get...
She gets 2 out of the 3.
2 out of the 3.
So 1 damage onto Shuri, 1 damage onto Killmonger, and that will be Thor done. Alright, so Spider-Gwen is left alive on her 1 health. She is bleeding, and I think she's just going to have to take the bleed damage, because what I want to do is move her, and then we will spend a singular power, because Avengers are cool and stuff, to do a web line onto Panther, just yanking him away from the console.
Is it a yank or is it a yoink?
I think yank.
Okay.
We will then go for a spider technique. It's a whole 4 dice going into his ridiculous 4 dice. But if I get a little bit extra power, all the better. I probably won't. Only 1.
Come on! Yes.
Yeah, got the crit. That is enough. But she does get that free additional move. So she will do that. And yeah, the Jeep doesn't quite let me do everything that I want to do. We'll send her over here. She's then going to spend 4 power, her remaining power, and do a couple of more web lines.
Boo.
So first, Shuri's going to get pulled towards her this way.
Is this one a yoink or is it still a yank?
I think that one can be a yoink. And then Killmonger will go this way.
I don't like this. I just want to go on record.
That's totally fine. And that will be Gwen done. Unfortunately, she does daze herself because of the bleed condition.
Worth it.
But that'll go away because she just got to do a whole lot of objective things, which is what she and Spider-Man are built to do anyway. All right, so with Gwen activated, we will go into round number 3, and we'll just remove all of those activation tokens.
All right. So my first activation of round 3 is going to be with Miles. He's just going to move to the other side of this little scrum here. Well, he didn't have to go that far. Just go right there. Put 3 disruption tokens on there. Boop. We're going to immediately move him back over to within 1 of the vault, right at the fringe of that range 1, because I want to be as far this way as I possibly can be. How's that look, Nate?
That looks good. Trying to run away.
Trying to run away. And I'm going to spend those 3 disruption tokens that I just put on there.
Before you do anything else, you do have to roll for those disruption tokens.
That's right, I do. We have to see if we
lucky.
Sound the alarm.
No alarm sounded this time.
Yes, finally. I think it's the first time that's happened when it's actually something that could
worked out nicely for you.
Happen.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to spend those 3 disruption tokens and roll 3 dice.
Once again,
interacting
looking for
with
that
the
crit.
vault. Looking for the crit. I already spent my power to put the disruption tokens on there.
No crit. Get the reroll.
Come on. No.
Still no.
Of course. And then with that, Miles is just going to spend his 2 power. I'm still going to go ahead and spend my 2 power to place. I'm just going to place up here with some cover.
Kind of out of the way.
Out of the way. And see if there's a chance.
All right. And that is Miles done?
That is all Miles can do.
Alrighty, so going to go with Valkyrie into Baron Zemo here, hoping to get just a little bit of power to make the rest of her turn a little bit more interesting. So 5 dice against his 3.
Oh no.
Not great, not terrible, just 3.
Come on,
And
Zemo.
Warrior of Legend would not have helped because everything else was a skull. So you got a crit.
Yeah,
good way to start.
Yeah, that's one way to start it off.
Do you get the reroll?
I think that skull is indicative of what's going to happen here.
Yep. So just
Lock
2 damage onto Baron Zemo, and I'm going to take a break to evaluate her options. All right, so we've got a little bit extra power now. Valkyrie is going to do a Warrior of Legend strike into Baron Zemo this time. So still just 5 dice, but we get a little bit of extra interaction. Waste of a power, so only 1 damage incoming.
Come on, Zemo. Come on, Zemo.
1 whole damage.
No.
1 whole damage.
Ah.
Valkyrie will get the 1 power she spent back. She will then go on to spend 2 power, and we're just going to throw Baron Zemo into Black Panther.
All right, dodge dice, Black Panther. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and get our damage on Zemo there.
Yep.
Good Lord. He is not having it. And I block 1.
Block 1, so Panther will take 2, which is also a nice thing. And because Valkyrie is alone on that console, she can spend a power to go ahead and interact with it. And Zemo's just on 1 health left, right?
He is on 1 health left, but you know you want to do suppression protocol.
For some automated defenses.
I don't think that sounds like a good idea.
So we're going to roll 6 dice energy into Baron Zemo for any direction. Hooah! Got a couple crits at least. And 4 successes total for the Baron.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
come on, Zemo. You want to live. You want to live. Come on. No, that's it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Because you got the reroll. Technically, you got to use that on the hit. Yep, no, 2 extra dice. Still not quite enough. Just enough, however, to plink Zemo off because Valkyrie herself couldn't get the job done. The little turret that stood up on the random coffee shop could do it, though.
Bye, dude.
All right, and that is Valkyrie done.
All right, so now that the Baron has left the land of the living, I think Shuri took that a bit personally. So she's going to Sonic Crush the good Hawkeye. Clint Barton is messing with her mojo.
Yep, that's not going to feel good on him. He's only got the 2 energy defense against 3 hits.
I did get that wild stagger.
You did get a lot of defenses if you want to.
So, Super Genius, when this character is attacking, it may use this superpower during the calculate successes step. If it does, it may choose to count block results instead of hit results, and I will use the power to do that.
Yeah, doing a little bit early because of just how we roll dice and interact, but yeah, so that becomes 5 successes. And Hawkeye does not want to live apparently, so he will just take the 4 damage.
And that leaves Shuri on 1 power, so she is going to now move and apply the disruption tokens to this console because we are going to try to get some more vibranium.
Absolutely. And roll those sweet, sweet alarm dice for me.
No, I don't want to.
I just need another skull.
Hey, I get a power.
That one.
Yay.
And with that skull, I think it's time for Captain America to show up. It's just a question of where.
Is he going to make his triumphant entrance?
I think we're going to have Cap just show up. You know, he's the slowest to get there because he's not an Asgardian. He can't just, like, run around, and Thor just flew in, so he had to huff it, but he finally got here. And with that, I'm guessing Shuri is done.
Can't do anything else.
And it's over to me.
Oh, wait. She can do something else.
Oh.
And she will do it. Shuri is going to spend 2 power to play Tactical Analysis. The active character may spend 2 power to play this card. Choose another allied character within range 3 of the chosen character playing this card. The chosen character may advance short.
I'm guessing Black Panther's about to get to...
Black Panther would like to advance short right over here. We'll do the measuring just in case.
Yep.
And he's going to go right there.
All right.
And that is a good Shuri turn. The end.
All right, so I'm going to go with the good Ghost Spider-Gwen, whatever you want to call it. She is going to just simply hop over here, and then she is going to spend her 1 power to webline the good Black Panther.
Are you sure she doesn't want to webline like Vision to help out?
You know, if I could, probably would do that too.
No, I don't.
Unfortunately, it does have to target enemy characters.
I know.
We're
Why
gonna,
not Miles? Why not Miles?
You know, because we obviously Shuri was doing all these things to help out Black Panther, and Shuri just laid down the crush on Hawkeye right next to her, and it felt bad. So this is Gwen getting to take some revenge. And speaking of revenge, we're now going to do a spider technique. You know what? No, we're going to do an impact webbing onto Shuri, because that'll get us a guaranteed power. That seems nice.
That does seem good.
Yeah, the chance to push you off the point is also pretty nice. So, 4 dice physical, just 2 hits.
Come on, Shuri.
Blocking 1.
And I get that sweet, sweet power.
Yep. Blocking just the 1. So, 1 damage gets through, no push. Gwen gets a power. Gwen immediately spins that power to interact with the console, get rid of some of that corruption. Gets 1 off of it, and that will be the spider's activation.
All right, so Killmonger is tired of his team failing on Vault 1 so much. So, for his first action, he is going to shake the slow condition.
Seems decent.
Then he is going to spend 2 power to pounce, because this version of Killmonger is pouncy. He is going to go straight away like this.
Do you want to collide with Gwen?
I do.
That extra movement worth
I do want to.
Cool.
I do, like right at that edge.
Yep, get that edge. Gwen has to make a dodge. Rolls.
Of course.
Takes 1.
Takes 1. Gains a power. And then Killmonger is going to move this direction just to get within range 1 of this, but out of, hopefully,
range 2 of Valkyrie.
Range 2 of Valkyrie to at least force the issue.
Absolutely.
He's going to take 2 disruption tokens.
Going risky.
Going with 2 dice. It's like the Kree Core, which never seems to work out for anybody.
Need a crit?
No, of course not.
And on 1 more dice.
Just
Still
to rub it in.
Quite there.
Just to rub it in. It's like, oh, you need that crit? Well, here's a fail.
All right, Killmonger up to anything else this round?
Killmonger cannot do anything else.
All right, and that is over to me. All right, Vision is going to be my first to go from this side of the table. We are just going to double move him up onto the top of this Jeep.
That doesn't seem nice.
He will then proceed to spend a singular power to throw Black Panther medium And I think we just don't... Ooh. You know what? He's not going to be within 1 anyway. We'll just throw him into Killmonger.
Fun.
Kicks and giggles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just 1 more damage, just shipping on Black Panther because I cannot seem to actually damage him ever. And Killmonger doesn't get to count blanks on dodges.
He sure doesn't.
Blocks 1, so it takes 2.
Takes 2.
So chip in a little bit more on him as well. Then Vision has this awkward amount of power at 4. So I think it's finally time to whip out the advanced R&D play. Ghost Spider is going to donate a single power over to Vision. Vision is going to spend that power to interact with his console. There is no corruption on it currently, so he instantly gets to pull off an effect.
Suppression protocols.
Suppression protocols indeed. So now Killmonger and Miles are both going to become stunned, and they are both going to become slowed.
The bane of my existence.
As if it wasn't difficult enough. And then additionally, Vision has this great amount of power left at 4, and we're going to field dressing Hawkeye, who got beat up earlier.
Because that just makes so much sense.
And that's Vision done.
Great Vision turn, my guy.
That's a good Vision turn. He just flew up there and did things.
He just did things. He just did Vision things.
Vision things.
All right, so Black Panther's my last activation, and before he gets totally nuked by Hawkeye, I think we ought to move over here. Get within 1 of that.
Yep.
And then go ahead and apply 3 disruption tokens. 3 disruption tokens.
Yep. Spends
right
the
there.
1 power for that.
Spends the power, taking him to 6.
And my favorite part, see if you hit that alarm button.
Luckily, you've used them all this turn.
No, I have yet to use the automated defense.
You did. You took out Zemo.
So, didn't matter.
And it didn't matter anyways because you've used them all. Of course, my dice. And did you see what else I had on that roll?
I saw a crit, sir. Maybe you get this crit right here again.
All right,
now.
so then Black Panther's going to move again to there. Spend these disruption tokens.
Yep.
And roll 3 dice. Should I use the same 3 or should we mix it up?
Whatever you want.
Oh no, don't tell me that.
Gets the reroll.
I get the reroll. Here it is. This is for the marbles, I think. Of course not.
Still not quite there.
5 times I've rolled looking for 1 crit and have yet to be successful.
All right, so that is Will done over there, and I think I just have my activations left at this point.
You do. You have Hawkeye, Thor, and Cap.
Yep, so we'll resolve those real quick, and yeah. Gonna go ahead and do the easy one first. Captain America is just gonna double move. There's not a lot going on this side of the board, and I think at this point Will is just going to try to scrape out a minor victory over the major one.
It's still a victory.
Still a victory, which we can't have. So Thor is going to move and spend his 2 power to yell for Asgard.
You didn't do it right.
I know.
Come on, Nate.
And we're going to go ahead and throw 6 dice into Killmonger yet again, hoping for a little bit of a better result this time around. Got it. Just a casual 6 hits with enough wilds to make sure that throw goes off.
You're wilding out over there, man.
Block
Block
2.
3.
Oh, yep, 3. So you're taking 3, but first I'm going to do the throw. So 1 damage to Killmonger there.
And that dazes him.
Cool, after the full 3?
Yep.
Cool, so Thor will get some power back.
All right, Black Panther. You need to block all 3 of these to not be dazed.
Cool. Oh, he's already got all 3.
Oh, he does! I'm over here rolling my crit like I'm trying to do something crazy.
Yep, so Panther is just fine.
I don't know if that's good or bad, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, you almost kind of wanted to get that slow condition off.
Yeah.
So that's Thor done, and then I have Hawkeye to go, and Hawkeye is just gonna start raining some arrows out, I guess.
I mean, why not?
Yep.
Rain fire on.
Let's go ahead and put some into Shuri.
You sure you don't want to go after Black Panther? I'd really be okay with it.
Yeah, Shuri is. So 5 dice. We'll call it energy for kicks and giggles, and that's Hawkeye now with 5 hits and a wild.
The dice always swing wildly in the other direction at some point, and it just happens to be at the most critical moment for you. Hey, look, I got a
there
power.
you go.
Man, where were all these crits earlier?
So still 3 damage going on to Shuri.
Yep, and that would do it.
So that's enough
Taking
to
2.
daze her. Hawkeye will get a couple of extra power. And we might as well put another arrow shot out there. We'll go ahead and put it into Miles this time. We'll spend a power to make sure he doesn't get cover in addition to his rerolls. And maybe put that annoying poison counter back on him.
Into Miles, you say?
Into Miles.
You can't see Miles. Because he is stealthy.
Cool. So we'll take this roll away.
Oh, no, I think you should totally keep it. It looked bad. I'm kidding. Go for it.
Sure? I was about to say that's a hit, crit, and a wild.
I know, I'm kidding. Get rid of it.
We'll take it away. We'll spend 1 to hook arrow first out of the technical necessity. And put him to be wherever he can want to be. And then we'll do the 1 to spin, so no cover. And we'll see if I can roll that good again. 5 dice. Not quite, just 2 hits.
Come on, Miles.
Oh.
And we'll roll this one, and then Spider Sense.
Yep.
It is tingling, but not tingling enough.
So just 1 damage. Nothing excessive. And that is the end of the 3rd round of the game. So we will go into round number 4.
Alright, so we're going to activate Black Panther. He's just going to move a little bit short, because he can only move short now. Sad Black Panther. Move right there. Spend a power. Place 3 disruption tokens on there.
Go ahead and
I'm
give
not
me
even
that
about to send him over there.
sweet, sweet skull.
We will roll some skulls.
No.
Oh, I didn't
Going
roll
hard on 'em.
skulls. And then I'm going to move back. So this is 2 move actions. Move back over here. Again, I'm pretty sure I want to be as far... Whoop. Because this was actually over there a little bit. I want to be as far away from that. Good?
Good, good.
So I want to get some range here, and I'm going to spend those 3 disruption tokens trying to get the crit.
Get a reroll.
Get a reroll. Come on.
And cry a little on the inside.
Oh my god, that's 6 times I have failed that roll. And now we think we might want to... How much health does Valkyrie have?
Valkyrie is fully healthy.
Fully healthy? That doesn't sound good. I think we will, for funsies, just go ahead and pounce into Valkyrie, because why not?
Might as well.
Actually, no. You know what we're going to do?
Oh.
We're going to play Disarm.
Ooh.
We are going to play Disarm. So Black Panther and Shuri are both going to spend a power, play Disarm on Thor, because a disarmed Thor is a good thing.
Yep, that is going to negate some of my damage output for the turn. Seems wise. And is that Black Panther done?
And now Black Panther will pounce, because
Aha.
why not put the damage in there?
Yep. Valkyrie will once again make a dodge roll. Knocks 2 of it, takes
Great
1.
success.
And that, I believe, sir, is all you can do.
That is all Black Panther can do. Sad Black Panther is sad.
So in response here, I go with Valkyrie. We're going to go ahead and interact with the console point for a power, which is going to be a power well spent because it's going to apply the slow and stun onto Killmonger.
Suppression protocols.
That way, if anything does go awry here, it's not the worst case scenario for me, thankfully.
For you.
For me. Thankfully, she can climb short, so she's just going to go ahead and charge. And we'll give this a Warrior of Legend. You know what? No Warrior of Legend. We'll just go straight Dragon Fang. So she will climb up here for the charge. We're going to put all of this into Miles.
That makes
Almost
perfect sense.
interesting to maybe some people, but I think just getting activations off the board is the right play. So that is 6 and 7 dice.
Ugh.
Decent roll.
Decent indeed. I'd say.
Yep, 6 with the flurry.
All right, Miles. Do your job. Hey-o. All right, come on. Man, where was that crit earlier? All right, and Spider Sense.
Yep.
Engage. I need at least one of these.
Currently taking 4, taking
There
the
it
full
is.
4.
He is deleted.
So that is Miles down. And then from there, we can do the flurry into Killmonger. So just a 5 dice attack, nothing fancy. 2 hits.
Does Flurry have to target the original character?
It does not.
That is so good.
You block it.
All of it? Awesome.
Yeah, I only had 2.
Nice.
And we'll just go ahead and do another flurry because she's got nothing else to do. A little bit better.
You can do another Flurry?
Or another strike, apologies.
Yeah.
Total of 4 successes.
Blocking 2.
Blocking 2, so she gets 2 power. She will instantly spend that 2 power, and we are going to throw... Oh, man, how much health does Killmonger have left?
He has 5 health left.
5. That's a lot. You don't have anything on any of those, though, so she'll just throw Panther into Killmonger.
Great. That does the 1 damage to Black Panther to daze him.
Yep.
And then Killmonger is going to try to block 3 damage incoming.
He does.
Got all. Yep, there we go.
There you go.
I think I've rolled crits on every one of these rolls just now.
Except for your interacts.
Yeah.
Cool. That is Valkyrie done.
Killmonger, we're going to measure it just to be sure. Yep, got the movement here. So we're going to move, put 3 suppression tokens on there, or disruption tokens on there.
Roll for the skull. No skull.
All right, and then we're going to move back to that position there, interact to spend those disruption tokens, and...
For the crit. No crit, get the reroll.
Come on, come on, come on!
Still nothing.
Still nothing
Rough.
on that. So then, because at this point, Nate, I don't think there's much of a chance.
Yep.
So Killmonger sees that these vault defenses are so strong that he's just going to go for broke now and try to murder everyone because he's Killmonger.
Absolutely. Go for the pounce.
He's going to pounce into Thor.
Okay. Make him angry.
Make him angry. You wouldn't like him when he sparkles.
All right. So I'm going to be rolling 4 defense against your pounce and blocks 1 of it. So Thor will take 2. And I'm guessing that is Killmonger
That
done?
is Killmonger done.
All right. So Vision is going to do his energy beam attack. Unfortunately, Valkyrie is going to get caught in the crossfire, but getting to hit Killmonger and Shuri seems like a worthwhile trade-off. So we are going to do the 5 dice. We'll go into Shuri first. Just 2 hits.
And she blocks it. Look at.
All right.
Yep, there it is again.
Into
I think these
Killmonger.
crits are just teasing me at this point.
Killmonger, maybe a little bit better. Yeah, 3.
Blocking 2.
Blocking 2, so 1 more chipped into him. And we're just going to go ahead
Did you get any wilds on that?
I did not.
Oh, nice.
I'll do it again. Going to Shuri again first. Did get the wild, but just 2.
Okay. Blocking none.
All right, so 2 more into Shuri.
All right, 1, 2. That's the first 2 you've done in
First
her.
2 on
and you
the
sap a
injured
power.
side, and I did sap a power. And then we'll roll into Killmonger again. A lot better this time. If the crits, they don't. But 3 hits total. Blocking all of it.
There you go.
Cool. So those are his 2 actions. He will go ahead and make pew pew noises. Well, no, I guess he'll start by spending a power, and we will throw Shuri into Killmonger.
That makes all the sense in the world. So
Just trying to
Killmonger,
ramp out that damage.
yep, needs to dodge here.
Doing good.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh, like at this point, the crit's not coming on that. It's total tease. My dice have decided to hate me, so I'm blocking.
1 more damage onto Killmonger.
2, yep. 1 there. Boom, boom.
And Shuri takes a guaranteed one.
1.
And Vision might as well. He's got the power. He's going to spend a power and interact. The only thing we can do is the automated defenses, and we'll do that into Killmonger. So 6 dice. Really just want to try to finish off Killmonger. He's the healthy boy. Take away the free reroll and stuff. Good roll for that.
Only to do 1 damage, thank goodness.
No push, but we'll get that chip damage in.
Yep. All right. He's got 2 health left.
And that is Vision done.
Shuri's up. All right. So Shuri is not much she can do here, but she will do a Sonic Crush, and she doesn't like how Gwen's been moving all about the boards, so she's going to try to Sonic Crush Gwen.
Cool. And Cap is finally here to save the day, so he will spend 1 to bodyguard.
Well, that makes perfect sense. All right, 7 dice energy going into Cap. Come on, Cap. I mean, Shuri. I don't know what I was talking about.
A couple crits.
Oh, there they are again.
The
teasing me. All right, so what are we looking at here?
That's 6.
6.
All right, Cap gets his 4.
Roll poorly.
Rolls 2, so he'll take 4. Cap is alive on 1. Pretty sure you got a wild in there, so he is both stunned and staggered. And hurting rather badly.
So now we did not gain enough power to do that again because we failed to roll a skull. So I will just Panther Gauntlets into Captain America because Lord knows I need to daze somebody.
Yep. Fair enough. Cap will spend the 2 just to see if he can take it. Probably not, but worth a shot.
Yep, looks like he's going to take it.
Oh, just 2.
Yep.
You're saying there's a chance, Cap. Yeah.
Yep.
Cap does count. You do get to push him away so that he can't bodyguard quite so easily again.
Well, it's not like I have any other activations.
That's true, too.
He's going to turn around and go this way.
Whee! He got a little ride. All right, and after that, it is my turn. Got a few activations left. Just want to focus down Shuri and Killmonger, get them off the board. That way, single Black Panther is just not really a match. So we're going to start with a spider technique onto Shuri from Gwen. Got a crit in there. That's 3 skulls. So 2 successes. Is still 2 successes.
Still enough to do it. There it is. Shuri, you did work. I should have Panther Gauntleted Thor, but, you know.
It happened. So that is... Spider-Gwen now has a little bit of just extra stuff. She's got a couple powers. She'll spend 1 of those power to Webline. Killmonger just into range. And then we'll do the second spider technique. We've got 7 dice on this one because she's already attacked this activation.
Better.
Looking decent. Got a
Better.
Crits. Looking really good. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
All right, Killmonger, do you want to live or not? Are you tired of this nonsense? Blocking 3 so far.
Blocking
4.
So 3 damage gets
that does it.
Still enough.
That does it. All right.
All right, and...
What are you going to do with your last 3 activations to my...
Yep.
I'm done. All right, Nate. I only have Black Panther who's alive. And we have failed to crack this vault 7 times at this point. So, Black Panther is going to say, hey, Avengers, my bad. You mind welcoming me back into the fold? And I'll just let you have some Vibranium.
Yep.
So,
at this point, it's not impossible because there's 2 rounds left, but the dice make it nearly impossible. Will would have to be able to move back over, interact, maybe finally crack the vault and get the Vibranium, then have to survive an entire round from every single one of my characters attacking, and then additionally make it their next turn with a move and a pounce.
and on my injured side.
And on the injured side, so he doesn't get to count the blanks. Thor and Vision can both hurl him away, as well as Valkyrie. it just is nigh impossible at this point. So we're going to go ahead and call it a little bit early, but I think within good reason. If you will, though, just in case, because you
Just
did
for
one
funsies.
time have one
If
less
I would have
prize.
gotten it.
Yeah. So
There it is.
that is the game.
That will do it.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on, man. It was a good game. Thank you for
It was a
showing me
great
the
game.
ropes.
All right, Nate. That was a great game. You kicked my butt. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast. And I think everybody else that plays Vibranium Heist will also have a good time. The onus is on the attacker. I will say that. I think that if you're an attacker in this game, you've got to go into it with the get in, get out mentality. Try to get as many dice rolled on those vaults as possible and understand that you're really not going to have an opportunity to do much attacking and stuff like that. I also think that this scenario could benefit from maybe some house rules, but that's a discussion for another time. Maybe that's a discussion we'll have on the podcast, House Party Protocol. Check us out on all the places where you can find podcasts. And yeah, we'd love to have you. Come and give us a listen. We do a bunch of character stuff and have Nate on every once in a while to talk about, look back at some characters. And it's usually a pretty good time. And we also have a giveaway running right now for a Kingpin model. So go check out our Facebook page, House Party Protocol Podcast over on Facebook. Find that post and it'll tell you how to enter to win a Kingpin model. And yeah, Nate, this has been a really great time. And I think that everyone out there watching this, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you found our banter enjoyable. And we'll catch you next time.
So that game definitely swung to my favor, as Will was just not able to hit the critical result he needed to pop open the vault and begin to make a run with it. So if you were the attacker, maybe finding a way to squeeze a reality gem into your roster may not be a terrible way to go about it. But this was still a lot of fun, and I think there are a ton of thematic ways to play this mission. The defender could play as the Cabal, who may have already stolen some Vibranium, and then the Wakandans are coming to take it back instead of the Avengers defending a shipping yard with the containers. So I hope you all enjoyed this video and maybe gives you an idea of what to expect at your upcoming organized play day. I do want to give a shout out to 901 Games for letting us try out the Vibranium Heist and borrowing all the goodies for the game today. They are a game store based out of Memphis that covers everything from trading card games to RPGs, so if you're in the area, pop in and check out their collection. As well, I want to thank all the members of the Guild Hall for their continued support of the channel. Your support means so much, especially as we go into November, the 1-year anniversary of this awesome game. But until next time, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.